Hey everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. Happy Saturday, I guess it is. Hey, one of the things I have not grown well in the past is onions, but I figured it out this year, and I'm going to share a secret what I did. In general, I have grown onions, but the bulbs have never formed. So let me kind of tell you what I did a little bit different this year. I filled this up first of all with some really great compost, a little bit of pasteurized manure, and then topsoil. But mainly the compost, I wanted to make sure that I had appropriate nutrients. And when you look at successful onions, I'll kind of go through what the key nutrients do and why it's important to have an equal balance. So first of all, nitrogen, obviously, that's going to really create that strong leaf growth, which eventually will lead to bulb size. But once the bulbs start forming and start getting some shape, as you'll see here in a second, and let me pull one of these things out just so you can see what they look like. Actually, let's go over here. Let's take this one out. There you go. So once these things start forming, and by the way, I forgot to say these are Vidalia onions. So once they start forming, you can stop the nitrogen, but continue with obviously some of the other things we'll talk about. But let's talk about the next ingredient, phosphorus. So the phosphorus is obviously important in the root development of the onions. Potassium certainly aids in the formation of the bulbs, overall plant health, etc. Sulfur really helps with enhancing the flavor and certainly the quality of the bulb. And obviously just basic calcium and magnesium, assisting with kind of the cell structure and photosynthesis of the plant. So when I started out, I used just a regular 10-10-10, and I tried to give them a little bit extra chicken manure for the nitrogen boost, to make sure I had nice leaves, as you'll see right there. I also used a little bit of fish emulsion for some of the micronutrients, and I think it worked really well. And like I said, I used compost. So what's really also important is obviously that the bulbs never dry out, and I ensured that occurred on a regular basis. So they're pretty well watered. One of the questions that we always get is, how do you know when the onions are done? And typically you know because of the following. The top of the onions start to turn a little bit yellow, and they fall over. They just fall over like you see. All of them have fallen over. So these things are just about done. So I'm going to wait until this dries out, and I will pull these. And when I pull the onions, it's best to let them dry out a little bit before doing anything with them. So I'll certainly do that. And I can do that pretty easily here, mainly because it's the humidity is about 80% humidity here in Pittsburgh right now. But let's just take another one, take a look at what that looks like. I mean, look at that. That's a good looking Vidalia onion. Solid, not mushy. And again, you'll see these things just fold over. When they're done, they just kind of fold over. But worked out really well. First time I've been successful with onions. I was more consistent with all the micro and macronutrients, consistent with the watering, and had a real good success. So really happy about it, and wanted to share with you that this is really the first time I've had some success in onions. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Jeff, your executive gardener. Take it easy.